Hello my friends, and today we are back with another video on how to create a creative junk journal, adding all the things. And this is one of my most favorite things. I say that about everything, I think I pretty much do, but this is kind of like one of the final touches that I like to do on my journal, to just give it my feel. I love adding fibers. I love it's kind of a pun, but it gives you all the feels, you know, because it literally does give you all the feels, because it has the material, it has the pom-poms, it has the trim. So now I just wanted to kind of do a little show and tell at first and give you ideas of where you can find. You can go to Hobby Lobby, you can go to Michael's, Michael's has a great thing as far as like, they sell this big gigantic type of, with all different kind of fibers and yarn and ribbons and things like that on it, I think for like $10. But I have bought stuff. I'm a hunter, which means I like to go out and find things like at thrift stores, at flea markets, we have a thing here in Texas called Warrington Trade Days. I go twice a year. Sometimes they're here for like 2 or 3 weeks, and sometimes I'll go several times. So because you know, it's just fields and fields and fields of stuff, and I'm always on the outlook for stuff to use in my journals. So let me do a little bit of show and tell first, and then we'll jump into adding it to our journal. So this is an example of finding something on sale. I think I got this at Hobby Lobby, and I've been using it quite a bit already, and I actually took it to I think to one of the to one of the retreats that I did for others to use, and this whole thing was reduced down to $2.96. So it was originally like $3 a yard, and it still had quite a bit of, it had 4 yards on it. Okay, so yeah, so always look in I think it's in the back of Hobby Lobby, like over by the material. I always look there because they put all extras or things that have been on the shelf for a while and they're just wanting to move it. So that's a good option as well. So, this I bought, these I pick up at, we have a little thrift store here in a small town close to me, and they are, like, they raise money. It's for charity, so usually everything in there is really inexpensive, and 25 cents for this little piece of material, and it's so cute because it has cherries on it. So just looking there, here and there. This I picked up at Walmart. Anytime I see these, I look. Not all the time when I'm in there, but quite, you know, I'll go down the craft aisle, and if I see these, I pick them up, because not only do these make great trim, I use them on a lot of different projects, but they also, I love sending these in Happy Mail, so that's a really fun thing. Now this, I think I got it at that thrift store too, because it looks like it, because it has that orange dot on it, and again, this was a Halloween trim. I got 2 of these for 50 cents. So this is the one we'll be playing with today as well. I always kind of look for unusual ribbon, and this crown ribbon is from Hobby Lobby. So that's always a fun thing to add. Now, I won't go into all the details. I'm just kind of giving you guys some ideas. This I ordered off of AliExpress. If you're not familiar with it, most crafters are, I believe. But you can go on there and get fairly it comes straight from China, but it's fairly inexpensive trim and stuff. And especially if you're a crafter that, you know, that you're creating a lot, this is nice to have, to be able to purchase. Sometimes I don't know what I'm getting, to be quite honest with you. This is a case of that. Literally, I'm going to use this too. I'll talk about this in a minute. So this is some of the stuff I ordered off AliExpress too, because I'm doing a show next year, and I'm making these pocket things, and I thought, oh, this would be so cute. But look how cute that trim is. That is so cute. So definitely look there. Again, sometimes I don't know, but a friend of mine, she said, okay, so this is 4 yards, and this is so pretty. And I bought several of these. But a friend of mine, Nancy Draw, I mentioned her before, she said that look at the very end of as you're scrolling down, and look for free shipping. So that's the trick there. This is eyelash curler, eyelash ribbon. Hobby Lobby used to carry it. I look all the time for it now. Have not seen it in forever. But I am a hot mess, you guys, in my ribbon department. But this is, I have a whole nother crate out there. When I take them to retreats and things, we call it the Fluff bar, because we put all this out and you add fluff to your journals, and we're going to be using that too. So with that being said, this is ribbon that is left over and I've just cut up. So yeah, I just kind of have, like, as you say, though, this is some more stuff I've picked up randomly. I don't know if I would ever add this to a journal. It's maybe like a piece of it. No, we could do that today. We could add a piece of that, because I've had that for a long time. Let's use it. Ooh, I'm not making a mess. Yeah, don't mind the mess. Okay, I think that's it on this end. I'm looking for some ribbon that's easy to tie though, and I'll show you why. And this is fun. This is a Halloween. Oh yeah, it says Halloween on it. So we're gonna use that. Oh, this makes great little tabs too. This little ribbon here. It's thick. I think, yeah, it does have a little wire in it. And these make great little tabs in your journal too, which we'll use that too. So I'm going to pull out a couple things we're going to use. I got my hot glue gun going. Let's pull out some purple and some orange just in case. And we'll get this monstrosity off the desk. We're going to use this. Let me cut this real quick. I don't know what's going on. Oh, it's stuck to tape. That's what it is. Okay. I don't think I'm going to be using that, or this, or that. Okay. So those are some trims we're going to be using. And we're not done yet. But, oh, this. Okay. You guys, look at this. And look how pretty it is. This is some great stuff. This can be found in Hobby Lobby. I've used gold on my, I used to do these ribbon tassel things, and I use them in there. It just adds that little bit of special spark to it. Yarn is always inexpensive. You get lots of it. Great idea. I have one more little basket here that I'm going to show you guys. And this is just kind of, again, show and tell. This is actually, look at that great Pom Pom Trim. I got this from Little Craft Place. I don't know if they carry these anymore. You might want to check online. Big bolt adds, I mean, I've had pink that I used up, you guys, but I love this stuff. We're going to be using this today because we're doing our Halloween. And then this is another idea of Warrington Trade Days. I buy these baskets of, I mean, these plastic bags that she calls journal trim, and literally you can do, I mean, it has like things like that in there. It has, you know, just a lot of lots of like shabby chic type stuff, but definitely stuff you can use in your journals. Like here's a silk piece. It's just kind of fun to, you know, have different, I like that too. We're going to do something with that. So that kind of gives you an idea of where to find some things. And one other thing that I pulled out of my drawer here, my old flannel shirt that I don't know what happened to it, but I don't know if it just, I actually cut the trim off because I made it like a little wristlet thing. But it's just, it was old, and I think it just didn't fit well or something like that. It's probably, I don't remember now what the issue with it, but it was like I was just going to donate it or chunk it. I'm like, wait, I can use this because I love flannel. Flannel is fun. So, you know, before you chunk old clothes, you could use them in your journal. So, okay. So let's go ahead and get started, and let's play with some, oh, tulle. This would just happen to be, I mean, I literally could go on and on. Just think about things, and like tulle is a definitely, and this was just hanging out of this basket, but I have a ton of tulle, but look how pretty that would be sticking outside your journal. We'll do that too. Okay. So let's play. Now, one of the things that, I'm going to move all this over, some of it. One of the things that I did in the past, and I really love it, and I'm definitely going to be doing it again. I think I did it, I think I've showed it before. This is my old journal. I mean, like, not that I'm using it anymore, but I use this Pom Pom Trim. I mean, I literally glued pom-poms in there, you guys, with some pipe cleaners. I love this, but I wouldn't do it till the very end, like you're getting to the end of your journal, because I was able to write, you know, but it does add definitely fluff on this end. I guess you could, I still got to write in this. I say I'm done with this. I'm not. But look at all these fun fibers. Just ribbons hanging out here. So let's play. Okay. So we are working in our Halloween book, and we have added some trim because we added those pages in there. But one of the things that I like to do is kind of do an ending, like on the very last page. I like to add one. And these are just things that I do, you guys. It's not necessarily something that you have to do every time. I don't do it every time, but in this particular book, see how my pages kind of stick out because I've added so much stuff in there already compared to the end. I like to add like a back side here to just kind of like create that trim. And I'm going to add this black, of course, because it's Halloween and because I love pom-poms. So I literally, now in these cases, see how that, this is something I have to watch too, is the pom-pom, oh no it doesn't. Okay, sometimes a pom-pom will end right in the middle and you don't want to cut it where one of the pom-poms isn't attached, so I like to cut it between those two. And one of the other things that I do like to use as well is fabric tack glue. I use that quite a bit as well because it does last, but it takes a few minutes to dry, but no biggie. Whoa, I haven't used my mega glue gun. I wanted the one that was was cordless, but the gun itself was not expensive. It was the battery. I mean, I would end up paying like almost like $100. I don't know, something crazy. I know there's other ones out there, but I was being impatient and I wanted it right then and there, so I had gone to I had gone to Lowe's and purchased. Sorry, I got sidetracked. I'm not sure where I left off about. I think the expensive hot glue gun. But Home Improvement, not Lowe's, but the other one, Home Depot. Okay, so yeah, see, it's already looking fun. Okay, now I could go overboard on the pom-poms, I'm not gonna lie. But now we are going to, oh yeah, so I finished up my, you know, we talked about doing while you're watching a movie or something like that. I did finish up washing my trim and washing the trim, and then I did put washi down the center of all the pages, so they are prepped and ready to go as far as that's concerned. But let's just pick a random page in here and let's put this one on there, and I'm going to do orange because it kind of has orange on there. But you guys, if y'all know where to get any, I bet I could look online. I haven't really looked online, but this is some of my favorite fun trim to use. So now it's very hard to coordinate with it because it is, which I'm only going to go halfway here since I'm going to have to probably work with this because of the eyelashes that get in the way. Again, don't want to burn fingers. Finish it out here. Should have got my material scissors to cut, but look how fun that is. Ooh. Okay. And now you're like, oh well, look, you got all this is in the way. You could keep it, or I've actually probably more than likely will come in here. Those scissors don't cut very good. I'll probably come in here and just trim these out just to give me some, make sure I have space to add all my other things. But again, you never know what you're going to be journaling on that page, so it might work with it. but we're just going to trim it out. See, we can do all that. Okay, so let's see where we're at here. It's all looking quite spectacular, isn't it? Okay, so you're probably curious, I know I'm curious, about how I'm going to do this. So I think what I'm going to do is cut this ribbon, because I do love the little, I mean, look at that charm in itself. It's so cute. But I don't like, I wouldn't add it where it's going to cause, where you can't do anything like that. So let's see what we're going to do with it. We could add it to the front, which is a great option because then you have your little charm already on there. Let's do that. You know, I wonder if this is where I would use this. I think so. So we're going to do that at the very end. That's going to be our last one since we're playing in it right now. You can do this with material. I love adding these several throughout my journal, but adding little tags, it just kind of adds a little something, especially if you want to like tab a page of something, like I did this with that bottle cap. We can tab like right here. And a lot of times with these little tabs, I will also add like a charm. You can add like a little pin on a little charm, which I think what I'm going to do is I'll probably do another video with charms. It won't be that long, but you know, just because. So I really have to add this because it's Halloweeny for sure. And that might be all the Pom Pom Trim I add, but like I said, we can go crazy on the Pom Pom Trim. So oh yeah, look, it's already gotten 3. But you know what, we got to go for it. We got to do it. I'm just going to randomly pick a page right here. And I do always seem to add it on this side. I guess I could do this side. It doesn't really matter because it is what it's sticking out, you know, but you don't want to have your pom-pom strayed, because if I cut, let's see if you can see that, if I cut the edge of that, it's going to make my pom-pom just be hanging there with one string, which now it is. Okay, not a worry. We're going to fix that. So I'm going to like hold that down, right? Oops. Add a little hot glue on it. One thing about that hot glue gun, it does squirt out quite a bit of glue. It's for bigger projects for sure. And I'm just going to fold that one piece over and maybe even glue my pom-pom down. No stragglers. Okay. Not the neatest in the world. Had some issues there. But one of the things we can do is come in with this trim. It too off Etsy where someone else makes it for you, which is always nice because you're supporting other little handmade artists, handmakers, crafters. And then I'm just going to bring this on down, use my scissors to squish it in there. There. Just add a little bit more over here. Okay. So, let's get that to dry a little bit. And remember this little, to me it just seems kind of like, I guess because it's tethered and torn and frayed, it just looks a little bit like Halloween. So what we can do, we can get out tags and we can just literally, I might be able to run this through this tag here. This is really fun to do, guys, too, when you if you have like some time, is just make up a bunch of little tags. And that way you have them on hand because you can like stamp like different things on your on your tags. And then that way you have an immediate decoration for your journal. So I guess, you know what, this would also be good for these strains. You can also do adding some little edging here. Makes it look a little creepy, old, vintagey. You can also come in here, your ink pad, and kind of do the same concept. I think it looks kind of cool with the brown and the black mixed in there. Get my little hootie owl, cutie owl. I think I've talked about my stamping in the past. Sometimes I don't have the best stamps. Like, see, to me, I'd be like, oh, look, I messed it up. And literally, you guys, I know, I've been stamping probably since I was in junior high. I know I have been, because I have some stamps from junior high. And I used to be like, oh, I can't use it. I messed it up. But those days are long gone. I am not a perfectionist. And sometimes if it looks like it's worn, I mean, like it's not the best, it really depends. But in my journals, I think it actually kind of adds a little something, because it goes with how I've evolved in my style now, I guess, so to speak. And if you make, in fact, I'm kind of inspired to do that, is make up a bunch of tags. Now, done material. What else do we got? Oh yeah. You know, I'm going to be adding, I want to add, like, okay, so here's an example. I absolutely love adding these to my journals. But since I'm going to be adding that fun little, oh, we can do this. Let's do this. Just to show some different ideas with ribbon and stuff, which I'm sure you guys know, but I love yarn. If you ever get like a kit or anything from me, I always have some sort of yarn in there to like hold things, because it's something that you can use in your journal. Where's my? I'm gonna try to use this since it's such a thicker. Okay. Here we go. Just come in here and add. And actually what you could do too, let me show you this way, it's probably actually better. Let's trim this out here. Is, okay, make them, maybe not do as many. And then you can always run it through the actual hole of the tag. Little less, you know. You just never know what this yarn is going to do. Oh, I kind of like that actually. Kind of made it into like a bow. Now that looks really cute. But what I would do, not to downplay my staples, I would probably come in here and add like a back on here like this. So that way, let me do that so I'll show you guys. So that way when I add it to, oops, my glue, add it to my journal, it doesn't like, because I'm going to have those tags sticking out. So I think what I would probably do next time, maybe not use so much yarn, because it kind of got out of control. See? Ta-da! And actually you could create like a tip-in with this too. So either way, this does look a little bit more professionally done. You can add that in there. And what's cool about these white tags is that they kind of blend in too, so if you wanted to do some coloring on the background, and you're like, but you just put that pretty paper, but it kind of helps. Oh, I see, I was going to have it stick out like that. Actually, I don't have to have it. Okay, let's go ahead and just glue this in for kicks. Okay, so the next, oh, you know what I could have done is added more over here. That's okay. Now we have one for later. We'll come back and do that. I'll come back in another video and do that. I was going to show you how I close up, but I think the next one we'll add charms. Does that sound like fun? It won't probably be as long as this video, but we'll be adding, we'll be doing some different little ways to add little dangly charms to your journal. So for now, the only thing I wish I would have done was move this over more to where, which I could do another one and put it over here, my tag that we just saved for later, to kind of equal it out a little bit, but I may do a different color or something later on. Alright you guys, well I'm going to glue this little guy here, and my dog is out of control, so I got to go see what's going on there. But we'll come back in the next video and talk about adding charms and fun little... Now we're going to go into metal. Alright you guys, y'all have a super sparkly day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.